If you want to excite Pulitzer Prize winning journalist Rick Bragg, just get him talking about the South.
I always thought it was hilarious that we called like our cities these names, like the Big Easy. There ain't nothing easy about New Orleans. If you slow down on a street corner in New Orleans, someone will run over you.
He has lived all over the country and worked all over the world. But the Deep South is Rick Bragg's home, and he is sharing some of his homespun wit and wisdom in a new collection of essays and articles all about his life in the deep American South.
I really haven't changed that much. I haven't improved at all, except that I have a slightly better pickup truck.
In Where I Come From, Bragg explores everything from road trips and fire ants to pig's feet and Tupperware. But hidden under the humor is a nagging truth-telling.
You know, being a writer and being Southern isn't exactly a big surprise.
There have been some really great ones, and I'm wondering if there's something that sort of binds them all together. I mean, Tennessee Williams, of course, we lay some claim to him up here in St. Louis, but Truman Capote, Margaret Mitchell, Pat Conroy, Harper Lee, Rick Bragg. Is there anything that you see as a common thread with all of these Southern writers?
That's a $40 question right there. Some people say it's the pathos. They say that it's the fact that so much has been lost here, even in winning. I mean, a lot of Southerners like me, we don't want to return to the bad old days. We don't want to turn back time. We don't want to go back to the racisms and the meanness and the classisms of the old South.
I sort of get the sense from the book, although there's a lot of joyous passages in it and fun stories like we've been sharing, that there's a sense that you're mourning something a little bit about the South.
You know, Southerners are all full of this Gothic angst, but you can kind of hear the bridges falling down here. You can hear the bridges falling. You can hear the hands of some kind of ancient, rusty courthouse clock clang into place, striking midnight. My mother is 83, and she has survived more than I can even say. And, you know, they prop up, women like her prop up sorry men. Fight to give their children a chance, drag cotton sacks. Every time I pass a cotton field, my mother will have me slow down because she thinks they're beautiful. And I look at her and I'll say, but didn't you almost kill yourself in one of those? And it doesn't matter. It's still beautiful to her.
I'm so glad to hear that she's still with you, because I wasn't sure how old some of those essays were, and she's one of the great characters of the book.
One of my great ambitions was to have people see the value in my mama. You know, and I think we pulled that off. I ought to take a day off.
Sorry to hear that you feel that so much of the Southern culture is disappearing, but thankful at least that you've taken the time to record it and document it all these years and put it into great books like Where I Come From, Stories from the Deep South. It's a wonderful read, and it's been really wonderful talking to you, Rick. Thanks very much.
I appreciate it. Appreciate the questions. I try not to be one of those Southerners who waste whole days lamenting things that now lie discarded beside a road we'll never travel again. I try. But I miss stadium hot dogs and wax paper. I miss real country music with steel guitar and soul. I miss old growth forests in the shade of the Stone Mountains. I miss the white dunes of the Gulf, buried now under miles of concrete. I miss tea cakes, the kind my grandmother made. I miss the amazing rhythm AC. I miss old barns telling me to see Rock City. and I miss Tupperware.